name is Megan O'Russell.
And my name is Christopher Russell, and welcome back at long last to Page by Page, writing the book in real time.
And this time it wasn't my fault.
No, it really wasn't. I got hit surreptitiously, like very sneakily by something, and I think it was from one of my students. I don't know. I also work in the theme park, so who the heck's to say? But something knocked my voice the heck out, and then I kept performing.
I love that you're saying heck. I love.
Oh yeah,
that
why am I saying that?
Not saying out.
It's I've receded into theme park mode where we can't say that, so that's it. But no, I have no idea what the HE double hockey sticks it was. But then I kept, as you do when you're old guard theater, just performing through it, which didn't do me any favors. So this is.
I have to move on.
That's okay. That's okay. That's the that's the story. I had no voice. I couldn't do it. So anyway, we are back. I have a modicum of a voice, so we're gonna make this happen. This week, I'm making my premiere as an author. So cheers.
Wait, you have to tell them what the drink is.
Oh yeah, it's just literally tequila straight. Well, on a rock, but yeah. Cheers. No, look at me.
To MK Thorne.
Yes.
Now,
MK
shall we
Thorne.
explain MK?
Do you
want to explain
No,
MK
you
Thorne?
go. This okay. MK Thorne. This is what I will tell you. It is a long-standing potential pen name that Megan has now assigned to me as a character within the world of Laureldale. Go ahead.
Well, no, it's
Kinda.
more than that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
So MK Thorne is more like your avatar within that world.
Yes.
So it's who you are. It's not like an author in Laureldale. It is a person in the Laureldale universe. Now, first off, I'm going to tell you, I guarantee you, this is my promise as an author, that MK Thorne is not being introduced because they are either the Watcher or the Murderer.
No.
This is something separate.
Yes.
They have nothing to do with the Laureldale drama right now.
Well, yeah, you said that they might.
I'm not going to promise, Paige wasn't supposed to have nearly as big a role,
Sure.
but then people loved her. So if we fall in love with MK Thorne, then maybe he will make an appearance in Ella's story at some point. But he is not the Watcher. He is not the Murderer. Don't add them to your crime boards. I promise you, he is not that.
No.
So I don't want to confuse people there. This is not the point. So what MK Thorne, the purpose of this project was. Do you want to do it or do I? Because this is yours.
Well, okay. So I'm prepubescent again. Oh, got to bring back my southern accent now.
No, thank you.
Well, okay. I will give what I feel the purpose of the project is, and then you can fill in. So first and foremost, because Laureldale expands so far beyond the confines of the town of Laureldale, this world is massive.
Okay, wait, the Laureldale Universe.
Sure, I'm so sorry. The Laureldale
we
Universe.
really should have thought of a better name for it, because it's a little confusing that the universe is named after a town, but the town is...
Well, the town came first, right? So
yeah, but I still feel like next time at Creative Massive Universe, we'll do it differently.
But hold on. Okay, so again, I know I hate to draw this parallel, but it's just the easiest one to do. Look at the Harry Potter universe. Fantastic Beasts has nothing to do with Harry Potter, yet it is set in the Harry Potter universe. So no, it makes absolute sense. It makes absolute sense.
Well, yeah, but I feel like I could have made it a cooler name.
Okay.
Next time.
So there is so much lore within the Laureldale universe that Megan was unable to fit it all into the story.
No, I do like Laureldale Universe.
Oh my goodness. And that's why she was doing the blog posts for a while. This is just kind of a fun way to now see other things that are happening beyond Ella's story, if that makes sense. And this is a huge thing that Megan is introducing that she did. Had you introduced it before the last chapter, or was last chapter the first time you'd introduced it? The Alexandrian Order.
It has been talked about on social media and on the podcast, but it has not been referred to in the book yet. That was the first book reference.
Okay. All right. So why don't you take over from here? Explain why is this coming about?
Okay. So this is coming about. Part of it is because there is so much world lore that I want to be out there.
Yeah.
Part of it is because I want to give Laureldale my Laureldale family more to enjoy, and I am at my max right now.
Yeah.
Part of it is because, okay, so it started out with I have all this cool world building. Writing anything sounding remotely academic is really, really hard and time consuming for me because that is not my jam. So it was like, okay, Chris, you're an asshat. Can I give you this information in Megan language and then you type it out so that like it can be read academically as like a notes section?
Right.
But then it turned into, well, what exactly is the purpose of these notes? Well, then it was like, okay, well, then if the purpose of these notes is it's being written to people who it is being written for the purpose of not of
disseminating information.
No, it's being written to be read within the Laureldale universe.
Oh, yes.
It is not written about Laureldale for our reality.
Correct.
It is written for people within the Laureldale universe.
Yes.
Well, if we're gonna do it that way, so that we're referring to everything as real and logical.
Yeah.
Well, then who the fuck in this world is writing this?
Yes.
And so like figuring out all those things of like, okay, so who are they writing to? What experience level are they writing from? How much new knowledge, like how much are they presenting as new knowledge to them? How much of it is like old knowledge that they're trying to make sure the next generation has? Like, how are we doing that? It kind of got narrowed to, because we had just been talking about the Alexandrian Order so much of like, okay, we want to do more work with the Alexandrian Order. It makes sense to have it someone within the Alexandrian Order.
Yeah.
And in talking about like, okay, like what kind of person do you want to be? Like what kind of person would be useful as this? We got to, okay, this feels like the right time to use MK Thorne.
Yeah.
And be writing as him.
Yes.
Within Laureldale.
Do we tell them what his full name is?
You can tell them what his full name.
So it's Michael Keswick Thorne. And Keswick is... It's semi like a derivative of son of Isaac. So son of the son who was nearly sacrificed but was spared. So that's part of it. And then Michael is the avenging angel. And then Thorne, well, I mean, that one's pretty straightforward, I think.
I love you starting on your writing journey.
Yeah.
Because like the way that you were like, not only did I make a cool name, but I'm going to tell you exactly why. Like that feels so new author to me. And I love it for you so much.
I am very much a new author. Although I will say that being a first time like author, now granted, I don't know, it feels weird saying that because I'm like, yeah, but it's not like a story yet, right? But
it is going to be. So it is going to be a novella.
For being a first time author, and this is no offense to other first time authors, but I've read a lot of first works. I feel like this is pretty damn good for a first work. I'm fairly proud of it.
Also, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We're also doing with you, and this I want to like, can I toot my horn for
Yes, go right ahead.
So I'm also kind of taking you through the process that I recommend to new authors all the time because you are very creative. You are very skilled verbally. Like you have all of the things that an author should have, except the drive and commitment to finish a big project.
I definitely do not have that.
And so I often tell people I meet, like who they're like, I want this story. I want to write this book, but I just can't get myself to do it. Start out with a series of short stories.
Right.
Start out with a series of small pieces. And as you gain confidence and decide either you hate it and you don't want to do it anymore, which isn't an option for you. Sorry, babe.
Well, it's a good thing I said the other night, I'm really having a lot of fun doing
But as you get more comfortable, and you've already started doing this just within the 3 that you've created so far, you're going to start expanding. You're going to start going more into detail. You're going to start growing that voice.
Yeah.
And we're doing a set of mini projects with you because each of these installments is their own little piece. It's their own mini essay, or in some cases, it'll be a short story. It'll be a letter. It'll be whatever it is.
Yeah.
But we are, and I want to establish this now.
No, go ahead.
That for me, for Sketchbook of a Wayward Seer and Lori's Story and Diary of a Bloodmarked Werewolf, I have a no takesies backsies rule.
Yes.
So once it is out there on the podcast and it's like grammar or something like that, or like I missed a repeated word and there's like something I can fix real quick, I don't get to rewrite anything.
Yeah.
That is the rule for me. That is not the rule for Chris.
Well,
because
I haven't logged 10,000 hours.
Well,
plus.
I think that part of this is going to be really interesting on the podcast too, because they're going to get to see you grow and develop as you do this.
Right, and find MK's voice, which is kind of one of the things that we realized through the 3 kind of notes that I've written so far.
I wanted to talk about that more
I'm sorry.
After they've heard them.
Yeah.
But so he is going to be allowed to any information. So let's say that it's a world building detail about how the Alexandrian Order was created or works.
Yes.
Those are canon.
Yes.
Those will not change.
Because you have approved those.
Because I have approved the canon pieces. Now, the wording, the way the pieces are written, if he wants to change something to a short story because he wants to combine it with something else later, those are all allowed. Yeah. So if it is information to the world, it is canon. If it is Thorne's voicing or how his story is told, or if we want to put 2 pieces together later, those are all up for changes because this is Baby's first project.
Yes, it is.
And you are doing it very, very publicly. So I think that having the right to change it is good.
Yeah.
So we were saying you are allowed to rewrite.
Yes.
We told them how the MK Thorne avatar came about.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're ready.
And that's Thorne with an E.
Yes, Thorne with an E.
Yeah.
I gave you my pen name.
Your pen name that you had on reserve or in reserve. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, MK Thorne, it just fits him.
It fits the universe. It fits
the Alexandrian Order. Yeah. It's kind of like it was in my back pocket, and I didn't know that it was an avatar-ish pen name meant for you.
Yeah. So something I will say before we get into, never mind. I won't, because you want to talk about that later. We're going to start because this is the first note that MK has written.
Okay, so what exactly are we, like, if we were to have this in the world of Laureldale, what would we be reading out of?
So you'd be reading out of a journal. Like, to me, it's almost like one of those like leather bound that's got like leather ties around it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is to me. Now there are times when he's going to be posting like printouts in it as well. But we'll get to that later in later episodes.
Okay, but we are reading his handwriting. If we were in a video game, we find this journal, we open it up, it has some things that have been like pasted in it.
If you're in a video game and you have found this, something is very wrong with MK, because this does not leave his side. Yeah. Period.
So then
just like his pet beach poo, which we haven't written in yet. But
but she's coming and I love it. Yeah, but so you would see handwriting, you would see things glued in, so that is the style of what we were seeing.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so this is the first note in this notebook.
Yes, and it is, as Megan said, it is meant for eyes within the Laureldale Universe. It's kind of 2 things. One, it is for him because he is compiling this information as it's coming to him, because we'll talk more about this later, but he got pulled into the order, semi against his will-ish. But so he is taking these notes for himself, but also with the understanding that they probably will be read by future collectors. All right. So should we get into it? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So this is I can't believe I'm doing this. The notes of the notes of MK Thorne. The first one is the Alexandrian Order. Now, this is the last of the 3 that I wrote, but it is the first chronologically. So we're doing this the way that you hate it when people read C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, but there were books he published in a certain order. It's not, I wrote this little bit first.
Right.
It's a book. It's a whole book. It's a book.
And by the way, I'm not comparing myself to C.S. Lewis. Just the situation. Okay. Hold on. Let me move this.
The reason for tequila.
Oh, yeah.
Because in honor of MK Thorne is not
He's a liquor straight guy.
He's a liquor straight or rocks kind of person. Mostly because if you're somewhere and shit starts going down, you want to be able to shoot the rest of your drink If you have like a margarita, you're going to have to leave part of your drink
I
behind.
hadn't actually thought about that. That's the fun thing about this is that we're creating this character together. And I do feel like you have a heavier hand in it right now than I do, which I am 100% fine with because I don't really fully know what the hell I'm doing yet. But so like we've gone back and forth with parts about his character, and I love what you have done building him.
Well, why did you think he liked?
Well, I didn't see, and we'll see. There's the thing. Okay, there's a lesson right there. I wouldn't have necessarily thought about the fact that he likes straight liquor because then he can just shoot it and go if he needs to.
Well, why else would he like it that way?
I just feel like there are some people that are like, no, whiskey straight. Like just that.
Well, yeah, sometimes you need it, but like usually if you're a whiskey straight, you're not a tequila straight who's also a bourbon straight who's also a whatever. But if you're like, like you want it so it's fast, you can go. So like you can sit there, you can sip it, you can enjoy it. Shit starts going down, you shoot it, you leave.
But I hadn't really. I don't know that I would have made that connection. See, this is learning already. You're in real time. We're learning.
I thought
that I love you so much. Your IQ is quite a bit higher than mine, babe. So you think of things very differently than I do.
Not all right. Really?
Yeah, it is. Okay. So also, and I think I've said this before, I don't mean that you are smarter than I am in all aspects of life. I'm just saying in general, you are smarter than I am. Does that make sense?
I'm not allowed to use the stove by myself.
Again, there are things in life that, All right. So, the Alexandrian Order.
That's actually real. I'm not supposed to use the stove by myself anymore.
She's not allowed. And people look at me like I'm controlling when I say that. And I go, she has caused at least 3 kitchen fires. She's not allowed to use the kitchen.
Okay, but none of them did structural damage.
No,
it's more than 3.
The Alexandrian.
No, dorm room,
my gosh! Wait. Oh.
Beechwood.
Yeah. Cast housing in PA.
Cast housing in PA.
Where else did you call
cast housing in PA?
No, that wasn't you. That was.
There were 2 cast housing in PA. One I lit something on fire in the sink. One I lit something on fire in the stove.
Oh yeah.
And then
I almost burned our apartment down.
The house in Mineville, I did a couple there.
You remember when I almost burned our apartment down in Fort Myers? Okay, not really, but still.
It was liquor. It was burning away. Anyway.
Pardon.
Sorry.
You're fine. Thank you for that tangent.
You can get that.
No, it was fun. Okay. All right. So now we're going. We're moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is the notes of M.K. Thorne, and this is note number 1, the Alexandrian Order. I remember well that day. Fire fell from the sky, a hailstorm of embers striking stone, flesh, and tome without prejudice, without penitence. I know not by whose grace we survived. I know not whose hands sought the relics lining these walls. I only know that, when the flames subsided, mine were the hands that dug through the still-burning ash to find the keystone upon whose strength these very archives now stand. Keeper of Texts. The cited text took me 62 days to decode using an incomplete cipher, an induction of sorts into the Alexandrian Order after being cordially invited to apply for the position of collector. The text was also my introduction to the building of the archives, the place in which I now sit, attempting to maintain focus while surrounded by artifacts and books, both modern and ancient, some of which emit an otherworldly aura so entrancing I feel as though I could literally lose myself in their contents. Then there's the structure itself, whose keystone and accompanying cornerstones, which were procured from the Great Library of Alexandria, bend reality. The archives, a supernatural wonder unto themselves, span a square mile with an ever-growing collection, added to by people like me. As collectors, it is our job to recover dangerous objects, artifacts, texts, people, and transport them to the archives before they wreak too much havoc in the world. That's how I ended up here. I was one of the dangers in need of containment. But instead of take me out, they brought me in under the guise of a merciful ultimatum. Yet, as I set out on my first mission, I can't help but feel their mercy was a fabrication, and that I may not live long enough to enjoy the promised financial benefits, or even get paid back for the Jeep they destroyed. And that is the end of Article 1.
Yay!
I'm so sorry for the cough, y'all. I am going through it still. Thank you very much.
No, do you want to do all 3 and then we'll talk about them at the end?
Let me see. No, I think that it would be fun to talk about, let's see, there was something in particular that I wanted to talk about. Oh, yes, M.K. Thorne. So we want to talk about what he was before he was brought in?
Well, I don't know. You want to keep that as like a secret to be revealed later? Or do you want to like tell them now and then they can see how it comes about in the story? And it's your project. Which way do you want to do it?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, okay. Well, I don't think we have to dig too deep into the backstory, but what I think it is okay to share is that MK was a very accomplished hunter that was wild in the world. And as he says in his own words, that he was one of the dangers in need of containment, he was very good at what he was doing. So I liken it to how, if any of you have ever watched Criminal Minds, how Penelope Garcia, wonderful hacker, and then she is brought into the folds of the FBI instead of being imprisoned because she is so useful and she's so damn good at what she does. That's kind of how MK Thorne is. So instead of imprison him, they bring him in to be a collector. I think that that's enough of a backstory.
Yeah. You can give him more as it comes about.
Yeah.
He's human.
He is human. He is a
human who was a hunter. And we're not talking like 8-point bucks or bucks. Do bucks have points?
Yes, they do. It's the points refer to the antlers.
Pointy buck hunter. Like the kind of hunter that hunts down supernaturals.
Correct. Yes, and he was very good at what he did.
So the kind of hunter that I'm not saying that this is something that MK Thorne would have done, but the kind of hunter where, they're like, it was a hunter that killed Clara because who the fuck else would take her fangs, her teeth. So like that's the kind of hunter we're talking about, though that is not necessarily Thorne's morality.
Right, yes.
Like that is not, there's a difference between a vigilante and...
A serial killer?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not that kind of hunter. And again, stressing, he has nothing to do with Clara. Or Ella.
But like that's the kind of, when you say hunter, it sounds like deer.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, kind of.
He's a human.
Just that the deer are supernatural.
It's just the deer are supernatural that he has deemed incompatible with human life.
Yeah, and we'll be looking at how all of that transpires in a later note. About how he ends up being brought into the folds of the Alexandrian Order. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about with that one?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So then we move on to the next. So this is his note on the division of witches. The reduction of power post-treaty affected all Aetherions. Wolves lost their fangs and claws, excepting once a month. Vampires lost the ability to daywalk, but none felt the effects quite so drastically as witches. Bloodlines that once accessed their magic freely must now seek it through lesser methods, such as incantations, totems, and runes. This trade, as with all who took part in the Dragon's Treaty, allows members of these bloodlines and their descendants to move amongst humanity virtually unnoticed. Though most witches readily accepted the trade, the Hecatean bloodline did not. Hecateans, the Lamia, imbibers of innocence, claim their power through the youth of their prey. The Impusa, the great seducers, lure men with the promise of pleasure, delivering them instead into death's embrace. And the Marmo, vigilante by nature, hunters of the guilty. All those born Hecatean are Erebite by nature, but the practice of Hecatean rites has been documented amongst even Aetherian-born witches. These deviants generally desire a return to the power they feel is their birthright, oftentimes apprenticing themselves to Hecatean covens in this pursuit of enlightenment. A full realization of this power is, of course, impossible. The Order has yet to ascertain exactly how deep an Aetherian witch can dive into the darkness of magic forbidden them without losing themselves completely, though it is believed the path inevitably concludes in the demise of those who tread it. Whether at the hands of the Hecateans they serve, to the unseen scythe of the reapers, or to the whims of the magic they pursue, the end is never the one they seek. And then I have an asterisk note. Having partnered with the same Marmo on more than one occasion, I found her character unyielding, uncompromising, and worthy of commendation in multiple respects.
Okay, so how do you feel about that one?
I feel pretty good about it. So this is where we start finding. So I wrote this one first. This was the first one that I wrote.
And you rewrote this one.
And I did rewrite this one to be a little bit more casual.
To be written to someone within the Laureldale universe.
Yes.
Instead of within our reality.
Correct. But this did start as more academic sounding.
Yeah.
So then I pulled it back a little bit. I still because MK is well read. He is not college educated, but he is self-educated. So he's well read. He has a good vocabulary, but it's kind of finding that balance of like, what would he say? For instance, there was in the previous chapter, not chapter. Sorry.
Entry.
Thank you. The previous entry. There was the thing about him getting the money that he was owed by the order for coming in. And I had originally written something about filling his coffers, and Megan went, okay, would he say that? And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I guess not.
If he's been a hunter, he doesn't have, giant bank accounts to fill.
No.
So, he doesn't have any coffers.
No, we know he does not. So that was something that needed to change. The voicing, I'm looking forward to... I have no idea what the cats are doing right now. I'm looking forward to more solidifying his voicing, but I think it also makes sense that the further we go along, he is going to be speaking in a different language of sorts, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there anything in particular you wanted to talk about with the witches, with the information that was divulged in the last?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So we're moving on to the final one? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So this is note number 3. Well, for right now, I'm sure that they will not be ordered this way when we get the printout.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, this is that is, you are allowed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting. All right.
But for instance, the information about the different Hecatian bloodlines, that is canon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. And that comes straight from Megan. Oh my goodness.
I love you.
I love you too. All right, so here we go. Note number 3. On the creation of vampire sibyls. During the enactment of the treaty, all present and participating parties, with the exception of the dragons, whose dwindling numbers served as the pact's catalyst, were burdened with the gift of siring a new supernatural race, sibyls. Though all aitherion races share this burden equally, one race sires far fewer sibyls than the others, vampires. This is not due to any prejudice on the part of the dragons, but rather to how new vampires are created. All other races within the aitherion community procreate as most do. Vampires, on the other hand, are the only aitherions born solely through transference, oftentimes at death's door in the moments before beginning their transition. If, as is sometimes the case, the vampire creator attempts to save a human from a mortal wound and that human turns not vampire but sibyl, the inadequate healing speed of the latter cannot reverse the damage and the newborn sibyl dies. Thus, vampire-sired sibyls remain the rarest and therefore least understood of the race. At the time of writing, the Order knows of only one vampire-born sibyl in the wild. More likely exist within the Sibyllary's walls, but our contact there has been less than forthcoming. And that is the end of Article 3. Shortest of the 3. But yeah, I think it gets all of the necessary information across.
It does.
Yeah, which I don't think that he's necessarily going to be more verbose than he has to be.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, he's handwriting it. He's handwriting it to himself.
I'll move this back over towards you.
I would love for you to expand into some more short story territory.
Well, which is the plan.
I like where we're starting.
All right.
These are baby's first steps, and I am so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so
do you feel happy with your work so far?
I do. Yeah, I'm excited to move forward. I don't feel that if we're talking in video game terms, that I have leveled up enough to really go back and do much to these yet.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
You're not going back to the beginning till you've finished it.
Right. Yes. Oh my gosh. That's
Unless crazy. You're working on something and you're no, I need to pull this one from earlier, that goes here.
Oh, combining notes?
Yeah. Well, if you were I have this short story that's going to explain the iron snarl weapon.
Yeah.
But then I can pull all of the Hecatian information over here.
You say iron snarl and all I can think of is the previous podcast episode where I said it reminded me of a chastity belt.
Trying to figure out what an iron snarl would weigh is time consuming.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry. That voice memo has already been sent to you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't worry. You have that. But let's say like you were like, okay, here's this information about iron snarls and why they're too heavy to launch at somebody.
Right.
And you're like, no, this fits really well with this information.
Yeah.
Or it could be like you want to use it about like a fae or like an embodied spirit or something. So like there are other places you could use it.
Yeah.
Or let's say you do like the weapons breakdown of the iron snarl and then later you're talking about embodied spirits, like you could pull that there.
Yeah.
But I think unless you're like pulling a piece and moving it somewhere, don't touch it till the end because you are going to be in such a different place.
Sure.
Like we just figured out why Thorne likes straight liquor. Like you just figured that out.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You just figured out that he's like, it's not about coffers. It's about I need to replace my fucking Jeep.
Right.
I'm not even like I'm working for these bitches. I'm gonna die before I get to replace my Jeep.
Yep.
Like that. Like figuring out those thought processes are gonna help you so much, and because you do have that luxury, I guess.
Yeah.
Then do a clean sweep at the end.
All right.
I have spoken. I am the great and powerful Oz.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
No, you're Toto.
Oh. So I'm yipping and like pulling the curtain back.
I'm so excited to tell you about Thorne's dog, but that's for a different time. Okay, so is there anything else you wanted to talk about today? I'm checking my notes.
I know, I'm looking too.
I have notes because I'm not the author. I was going to be the one to read aloud, but with aphasia, that makes it awkward. Yeah,
well, aphasia plus migraine.
Yeah.
I feel like if it had been one or the other, it'd be different, but the aphasia is always there, and so is the migraine now. That's been a lot of fun. I'm so sorry. No, I mean, I don't know how much I don't think we need to go into this because I think that'll come up in further notes.
Yeah, well, because we are trying to extend information without info dumping. Like, we don't have to fit in every single bit of archives history.
I do think it could be interesting if you would be open to talking about it. You had mentioned in one of your voice recordings. So Megan sends me these recordings. I listen to them. I take notes, and then I put together the note, the article. And you had mentioned, and I wasn't able to fit it in because you were like, I don't know how you would fit this in, and it didn't end up fitting. But why it's kind of a big deal that Kate is going to the Order.
Oh, because the Order is one of those. Once you end up on their radar, you're on their radar. And you don't want to be on their radar. Like, you don't want the Order looking at the artifacts in your town, the people in your town, what you're doing.
It kind of feels like you watch cop dramas and the feds come in and it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like you just don't want those people in your business. It makes everything fucking harder.
Yeah.
So, like, openly going to them and being like, here's my business.
Yeah.
Can you help me? Like, that's not great. Like, that's going to make life tougher for Kate because now the Order's going to be like, let's see if there are any artifacts in her town that could be causing this. Like, let's see what's here. Like, digging through everything.
Yeah.
And that's not great.
No. And are we going to see any of, like, what's going on in the archives and with the Alexandrian Order in Ella's story?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons that we're doing this.
The archives are not a place Sibyls go.
Oh my God, I didn't think about that.
No. They would no.
They would collapse. They probably. Oh my God, would they die?
Like,
of all the
maybe if the Sibyllary sent a Sibyl emissary for a specific purpose. But, like,
I feel like they would be blindfolded, gloved, and have headphones on. Like, I did walking in there.
It might probably wouldn't help.
Ugh.
Like, that's a sacrifice of, like, okay, we got to get this done. But, like, I'm not going to say that there would never be one. But Ella's never going to be like, let's go wander into this room of artifacts that have done horrible things.
No.
Or amazing things. Let's do lots of magic. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, remember we were talking about, like, the storage where they keep, like, the little KAT altar and all the town artifacts?
Yes.
And Ella's like, I'm not fucking going there.
Yeah.
Now make that, like, a million fucking times
Nope.
worse. Like, no,
Nope.
she's not.
No.
Under no circumstance. No, thank you, please.
Well, and that's one of the cool things about one of the cool and limiting things, but it's cool that it's so limiting, is the fact that it is first person, right? So you can't go somewhere the main character can't go. It's like, well, nope, sorry, we're not doing that.
Well, also, like, the Erabite underworld, she, like, as much as Ella has been through some shit, there are a lot of deep, dark things in this world that teenage Ella has never encountered.
And hopefully never will.
Like that, yeah, that's why Kate's like, no, if I have anything to do with Erabites, you can't come near me.
Right.
Because if you get a vision of Erabites, then, like, that sets you down a path that, no, bad.
Yeah.
So, like, she is so actively protected that as much as she's like, I'm in the darkness of this world, you were in the darkness of Laureldale. Honey.
Yeah.
Like, it gets a lot worse.
Yeah, sure. I think that's it for me. That's it for me. I think this is going to be a relatively short episode this week, but
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you for coming along this journey.
So the intent.
I was going to say one other thing, but you go ahead.
The intent, we never told them the intent of the project.
Oh, okay.
So the intent of this project is to compile, all of, or the first segment of MK's notes into a mini novella so that you can have a reference of Laureldale lore in that form.
Yes.
With an index of where you're going to find what shit available.
Yes.
And the goal is to have that available with the next Kickstarter, which there's going to be a Kickstarter news so soon. But the holiday puts everything on hold.
Yeah, it does. And I think that it's safe to say that with everything that we learned from the first Kickstarter, that between funding and shipping, it should be much, like, closer together.
Yeah, learning curves are a bitch.
No shit. Well, it also, the breaking your foot, and lupus flares, and me starting 2 new jobs did not help. That was all stuff that was completely unforeseen. So thank you again for your patience. But
yes, there is news. Everything is going really well, and then Christmas shut down all offices everywhere.
Yes, it did. Oh, so something I was going to bring up is the fact that it's funny to me that we went back into podcasting initially with the intent of you teaching me how to write. Do you know what I mean?
And I got my way.
We got here. It took a year and a half.
I don't know why that's the word of the day. I think because migraine is
Bilch.
It feels satisfying in my sinuses.
Bilch. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Like I said, but you're not placing it forward, though. That's a darker...
No, but it feels like a nice little back rub.
Yeah.
Like it's like going right up the back of my sinus.
Oh, yeah.
Like yeah.
All right.
We've
already lost our minds.
Yeah. This is what happens. But I'm so proud of you. And I did get my way. Because the thing is, I think that you could be an amazing author. And I think you're already steeped in this world. And I think that giving you a project where you get to do little bits for a specific purpose.
And that I get to play in a world that I already know so well.
Yeah. Is going to be great. And we're creating this character for you to be in almost like an RPG kind of way.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited to see where we go with this.
Yeah.
And the best thing is that, when you find your brilliance and MK Thorne becomes this huge thing, it's all going to be because you're standing on my shoulders. So it's not going to matter that you get more recognition than I do, because I'm going to be like, I am the man behind the
Okay, miss. I'm doing my second Dragon Con in a row as an invited professional, or attending professional.
Yeah, but you're a charming guy.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I am. I said that to my bosses once at a job, because there was somebody that wrote something very nasty about me. And I was like, and to be fair, it literally came from a place of they were having a shit day. I don't know what was going on with them. I know it had nothing to do with me. Do you know what I mean? Those situations where it's like, this has nothing to do with me. But I said to my bosses, I was like, look, I'm going to be completely blunt. I'm charming as hell. And I know this about myself. So I said, I know that that's very...
You're such an asshole.
I don't care. The thing is, I was like, I know that I'm charming. I know when I'm being charming. It didn't work on this guy. It did not work at all. And I'm sorry that I misjudged. It was like, it didn't work. Because I was trying to explain why he could not do a certain something within this certain place, and he just got pissed. And so I tried to be like, okay, I'm reading you, I'm gonna level with you, and then it just backfired. I was like, okay, well, shit, well, that's all right. I didn't get in trouble. What?
I'm so proud of your story.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. For more crazy Chris antics, join us next time. So next week, we will be back with a new chapter, which I'm very, very excited about. I don't trust the way that you're looking at me. But I'm excited. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited and a little bit scared to read it.
You should be scared to edit it.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared to edit it. Why?
There's going to be logic circles involved.
No, like Venn diagrams?
Yeah.
Nice. We love a Venn diagram.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I'm ready.
I love you. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited about more about M.K. Thorne and the Alexandrian Order. This is going to be a lot of fun.
And his Mormo friend.
And his
who deserves
Mormo
commendation
friend.
in multiple respects.
And we are going to learn more about his puppy friend.
His puppy friend, yep, who we still have to name.
Yeah, well, that is on you.
Well, we wanted to name her. Well, I wanted to name her because we had talked years and years and years and years ago. I mean, more than a decade ago, easily, about eventually having a Bichon poodle. Not because we want, like, I don't particularly want a small dog, but they're not tiny, tiny toy dogs, which is fine. If you have a toy dog, great for you. That's not my kind of dog, but it's hypoallergenic. And because Megan and her mother are very sensitive, it was like, well, we should just get a hypoallergenic dog. What? We were going to name her...
You went so far off the rails.
That's what I do, man. It's what I do. But we were going to name her Clara the Terra. Clara the Terra.
Well, no, her name was going to be Clarabelle.
Yes, but we were going to call her Clara the Terra. And I went, oh, we can't call her Clarabelle because that's going to get too confusing with Clara and sketchbooks.
Also, we have Maribel as our cat.
Oh, Maribel is our cat,
so,
sure.
She needs a different name.
She does, which we'll figure out.
I'm so excited. We're going to need, like, sketches of this. Like, I am so excited about this dog.
We've already got costumes planned for her.
And her, like, this dog's backstory is already very deep and epic, and I am so
Which is
excited.
all Megan. That's all you, and it made me laugh so much.
I love it.
So
I love
excited.
it so much,
Yeah.
and it has nothing to do with Ella's world, and I am so excited. It's fun because it's almost... It's almost like I get to do a massive creativity dump and then make him clean up my mess. Yay me.
Isn't that what I do as an editor anyway?
No, this is a lot more effort.
Oh, great.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you want to tell them where they can find us?
You can find us on, if you're looking for the video version, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Substack. If you are looking for the audio, you can find us on your favorite podcast platform. If you just want to hang out on social media, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But please do remember to like, subscribe, follow, review, whatever it is on your favorite video or podcast platform, because that's how you tell the algorithms that you would like to come hang out with us. Then more people should hang out with us.
Yes.
And if you are looking to get any ebooks or books, remember that we do have the direct shop at meganorussell.com, as well as the upcoming event schedule. And, you know, I may or may not have a panel coming up at Central Florida Comic Con that I'm not allowed to talk about yet because it's still not finalized, but the panel's in like 3 weeks. So I will tell you about it as soon as I get finalization.
Yes. One last thing before I completely sign off. I did want to say to you, because I didn't tell you about this, and so that y'all know too, somebody took advantage of the, I think it's half off of audiobook 2 of Mountain and Ash if you buy the audiobook of Ember and Stone.
Oh.
And yeah, Shopify was like, hey, somebody took advantage of that upsell that you gave. I was like, oh, great. Because if you get book 1 and you have to add audiobook 2 like on the page where you're buying book 1, you'll see it. There's this little like kind of widget thing. You have to add it there. If you try to go over to the audiobook page for book 2, it's not going to work. So if you've got questions, email me. So I think that is it for us. So until next time, thank you for reading.